It's not part. Everyone has a book they've read that they thought, what is this garbage?
Books that are only about scenery are boring.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. With rare exception, if you read a book where they spend a page and a half describing the placement of a chair in the corner of a room, you're going to put it down.
Oh, no.
You know, I liked The Princess Bride.
I loved it. I'm not saying that I didn't. I loved The Princess Bride. But there's a lot of details in it that dragged it on.
There are, but I found that the switching between the main story and the sub-notes underneath kept me going, because when it got too boring up here, I was reading what was going on down here, and then vice versa. Yes?
Warhammer Inquisitor.
I'll admit, I'm not the Warhammer guy. That would be more this show.
No, I got into Warhammer. Sorry.
There's been several pages describing a stimulus.
And that's fine.
You mentioned what kind of story you're telling. The book is something I read recently, Becky Chambers' Wayfarers trilogy. Phenomenal world building. The first book is about a ship on a mission to punch a hole in space from point A to point B.
That sounds cool.
The entire book is getting to know the crew of the ship on that journey. And my goodness, it gave me the warm fuzzies, and I got into books like, I want to read this thing again. I want to read more adventures of this crew because they are awesome people, and I want to go have a drink with the chief engineer, and I want to hang out with the science tech, and I want to get to know more of this captain because he's lived a life before here. And they get the sequel, and it's about one character that was a side note in the first book in a completely different place. And I love those characters too. It was all about the characters and those relationships. And I got the the second book was like, I'm not entirely sure I can tell you everything that happened in the book, but I can tell you I loved it because I loved the people in it.
If you don't have good characters in your setting, you're not going to have a good story. You don't identify with a building. You don't identify with a carpet or a chair. You identify with a person. And if you're in that person's head, if you're hearing that person's conversations, then you start to identify with that character. Good stories, by and large, are driven by good characters and the interactions they have, be it with the world around them or with the other people that are around them. But it's the characters that sell your story. Nobody buys Harry Potter, for instance, because they're in love with the castle. The castle's cool, but you buy it because you want to see what happens to the characters. That's the driving force. So when you're looking at your characters, how do you make good characters? Yes, yes. How do you make good characters? One of the biggest things that people forget is you've got to make your characters flawed in some way. Put in a flaw. Put in several flaws. Put in a bucket of flaws. Make them a disaster. Number one selling character in comic books today isn't Superman, it's Spider-Man. Now, objectively, Superman's cooler, right? I mean, he can fly, super strong, laser eyes. Laser eyes, can see through things, can do pretty much anything the authors need him to do. He's perfect, and he's boring. He's boring, boring, boring. Unless you get a super good author, Superman is a boring character. In fact, in the 50s they realized this. When they were doing the radio dramas in the 40s and 50s, the producers came back and said, he's too boring.